Good afternoon or evening, everybody. Welcome back to Aid of the Weather Forecast by Agent of the Forecast, and I do apologize for not posting for the past 2 days. I've been extremely overloaded with just overall activities, homework, just a lot of things over the weekend. So I do apologize for not posting. I've kind of just been enjoying life for the past 2 days, but I'm going to be back, or at least try to get back towards my normal schedule for this weekend, continuing to go back to my normal schedule. In this video, we're going to be talking about an upcoming Rockies snowstorm, which actually already has prompted windstorm warnings, watches, and advisors across portions of mainly the state of Wyoming. We are going to watch out for a pretty minimal, but still bringing in some pretty heavy snow across, unfolding across Wyoming as we get later towards the overnight hours and across much of tomorrow. But before I get in the video, I would recommend you guys subscribe to the channel, smash that like button and bell icon. But without further ado, let's get into the forecast. So like I said, this has already prompted a few alerts. Oops, that was a pretty bad voice crack, but it has prompted a few alerts here, mainly across, like I said, mainly across the state of Wyoming, but we do have a few into Utah and a few stretching as well into, I believe we do have a winter weather advisory right here across one county in Nevada. I'm pretty sure that's a winter weather advisory. Yeah, it is. It's one teeny little county there as well, so we're going to start seeing kind of some snow mix developing as we get into tonight, kind of from basically portions of northern Nevada into all the way across. This general vicinity is going to be the main area to watch out for, as it's we do see a cold front obviously catching up towards the actual surface low. It's going to allow for very minimal amounts of frozen precipitation, but since it is not going to be the fastest moving low, and eventually this cold front does catch up, we're going to be seeing some significant snowfall across portions of specifically portions of Wyoming, watching out for totals of possibly over a foot of snow, as well. Going to see a few winter weather advisories across areas near into far western South Dakota, as well advisories going all the way up into areas near near the Yellowstone area. So obviously, here's the overall look at the overall areas within the actual alerts here. So if we actually zoom in a little bit, there you see we have areas like Douglas, Casper, almost just out of Gillette, as well, including Lander. I can't even see that. It's Thermoptis, something like that. But you get the gist of it. We do have winter warnings, watches, and advisories already in place here. And those warnings, we're going to be watching out for areas of basically over a foot of snow here, at least according to the National Weather Service. So we're going to continue to watch out for that as well. I wouldn't doubt we do start to see some potential for frost advisories, or even some freeze warning, or potential for freeze warnings to come into effect across these areas or similar areas very soon, as it's deep cold there, but once the storm passes, will definitely be felt across the Rockies. So let's not get a look at here the actual overall timeline. So here's a look now at 0Z into Tuesday. So this is Tuesday, basically getting very close towards the morning hours. So basically, you see in the dark blue, we're starting to see some light blue and dark blue snow, and then you see in those kind of purplish, dark, hot pink, whatever you want to call it, is basically a mix. So obviously, there's a low pressure. It's still going to be seeing a kind of a stationary front there. Gonna be still seeing some cold there, kind of just slightly behind it, although the averages itself are still pretty cold across this area. But there you see the actual main cold front shutting in from an occluded low pressure down to the south, and we're going to be seeing some pretty widespread light snow across portions of northeastern Nevada into portions of the central Rocky Mountains of Utah. So we're going to be mainly seeing a pretty significant mix thread across areas near Salt Lake City and the Logan National Park area, as well, watching out for some light mix possible across northern Nevada. So it's going to start kind of unfolding with the next few once the kind of sun sets across this area, and then going to be seeing kind of maybe small snow showers and flurries and some weak and temperate showers across Yellowstone. But as I get towards the actual overnight hours here into 60, there you see the actual main low pressure, or the main cold front itself, pushing a lot of that cold air. So like I said, it's going to start catching up to the low pressure. It's going to allow for some more widespread snow, now stretching deeply into Salt Lake City, Logan National Park, into portions there of now western Colorado, and specifically a lot of specifically a lot of western Wyoming. And start seeing some really extreme and intense snowfall across areas near near Jackson, Wyoming. But yeah, the low pressure is going to be basically set all across southwestern Wyoming. As this low pressure continues to advance, going to be seeing some widespread snow by 12Z tomorrow. That cold air is going to be way far ahead of this actual main precipitation. That's going to allow, again, for a lot of snow to become widespread across, now getting closer to Cheyenne, across Jackson, and across Yellowstone, across areas near northeast Utah as well, including portions there of northern Colorado. As we now get towards now 0Z, basically almost 24 hours from now, going to continue to see that snow now press towards closer to Cheyenne, now into areas near Gillette. Going to be watching out for some dangerous mix. But as this week get closer, going to be starting to see our first snow move for North Dakota. Could get some light snow showers by 12Z on Wednesday for areas near Pierre, as well into areas now possibly near Fargo. Maybe closer to Bismarck, we could get a few snow showers. As definitely be really, really cold there. You see that really intense cold front there, the actual low pressure itself. So you see a lot of that cold there. It's going to allow for that main precipitation, to say pretty far northwest of that actual low pressure, and since a lot of this area is going to be affected by that warm front, and that's going to allow for some really overall heavy rain across portions of the Midwest. So let's not get a look at the NAM 3 kilometers, since it's a very short-term event here, basically talking about the next few hours, but we're going to start seeing this, or actually it's kind of starting to develop now, but as we get towards the next few hours when the sun starts to set, and this cold front starts to catch up towards the low pressure, and that's when a lot of this rain is going to start becoming more of just a mix and become more of actual frozen precipitation. So here's the overall look at what we're talking about the next 3 hours or so. So I'm going to start seeing that main snow start to develop across northern Nevada. That's where we do have that one county under a winter weather advisory. Not going to be seeing the most amount of snow developing there. It's going to be kind of more stationary and heavy snow, but it's not going to be as much as the accumulation we're expecting towards Wyoming and as well specifically Utah. Near, I think it's Logan Park, or the Logan National Park right here near the Wyoming border. But as a result of this cold front still lacking its distance between the low pressure, we're not going to be seeing too much precipitation with the moisture all in place for Nevada. So not going to be seeing too crazy for Nevada. We're not going to be seeing any warnings, or I wouldn't doubt if we get maybe a few more counties in the extension of the advisory. But I don't see any watches or warnings being issued anytime soon, or actually at all for Nevada, because of this limit of moisture. But there you see the most amount of moisture along that front. It's going to be far to the east across Colorado, Wyoming, and Nevada. Sorry, not Nevada. Wyoming, Colorado, and Utah. And that's going to be seeing a lot of that snow in those really high elevations there near Logan National Park, and just overall far northeast Utah. Going to be seeing some really, really heavy snow. It's going to be quiet for a while there. As I get toward the next 20 hours or so, basically into tomorrow midday, really, really heavy snow across areas near basically Jackson, Wyoming there, across areas into just overall much of central Wyoming in general. Going to be seeing some really, really heavy snow across that general vicinity, and that snow really won't move out of Utah until the next 24 hours or so. So it's going to basically be around 20 hours of just straight really heavy snow. And as we get towards now into the Wednesday morning hours, we're going to start to see that snow continue to push its way eastward. We're going to start getting some snow showers there into areas near Cheyenne, Wyoming. Seeing the heaviest snow going to be closer towards Gillette, so I wouldn't doubt if any of these alerts go push further into northeast Wyoming near Gillette, and as well, we're going to start seeing some good snow near Casper, and snow will push as far east as Rapid City. And then as we now get towards the next 40 hours, could see some really light precipitation or snow make its way towards basically South Dakota into the central portion of the state. So we may get some snow going to areas close towards Pierre. So that's going to be very, very interesting. Here's the overall look now at the actual snowfall totals from the NAM 3 kilometers. Like I said, not going to be seeing anything too crazy or widespread. We do have that area of obviously the most amount of snow will kind of stay in that area. Those high elevations in the Sierras and kind of Rockies in general. So we're going to be seeing those highest elevations across far northeast Nevada, and that one large county under the winter weather advisory. We'll be expecting around just within a foot of snow, as well. We're going to be seeing some widespread areas, very scattered. It's going to be very limited. You can go from basically 0 inches, no accumulation whatsoever, to basically up to a foot, based on how basically steep the elevation deviation is. It's basically, you can go from basically 1,000 to maybe 4,000 just within half a mile. So it's going to be really scattered all over the place. We can see some areas of scattered 3 inches, 5 inches, 6 inches, but the main area to watch out for is going to be this area right here across northeastern Nevada. So we're going to start seeing some higher totals and more widespread totals as we go further eastward, because obviously you're going to be seeing a lot more moisture return as well. This cold front will actually eventually surpass this low pressure across this area, allowing for more widespread snow. So the main area to watch out is going to be Wyoming, and as well, like I said, northeast Utah. Going to be seeing areas of possibly over 2 feet of snow. Could get some decent snow as well for Salt Lake City. And then, of course, some widespread snow across western Colorado, may get half a foot or so, but nothing too crazy for areas. Not going to be seeing any snow for Denver or Colorado Springs. Could get some good snow there across those higher Rockies, but the main area to watch out for is going to be Utah, as the low pressure is going to basically be just to the southwest or southeast of the overall location. It's going to allow for the best moisture return for that cold air as well. So, going to be watching guys possibly nearly 3 feet of snow all across Wyoming, and maybe some really good snow across the western South Dakota. So even Rapid City may get into some good snow. And of course, temperatures are definitely not going to be a problem as we get to basically in the next 8 hours. Just still going to start seeing a lot of those temperatures in the northeast Nevada will be above freezing, but those highest elevations we will actually be at around 33, 34. And as we go later on overnight, obviously those temperatures will now drop below freezing in those highest elevations. But as we now get throughout tomorrow, these temperatures are going to be very cold, specifically across northeast Utah, where that snow will start to really, really pop off tomorrow morning. And as we now get with the next 20 hours or so, these temperatures are going to be really cold across Wyoming, well below freezing across much of the area. Same thing as well for western Colorado, will be into the teens in some areas. And this is going to continue to see that really cold air. And like I said, you're going to really feel that cold air. But once this storm passes on, and start really feeling that chilly and really cold. They're going to get up to the 20s as far as basically New Mexico. You're going to start getting some really cold now, spreading its way in towards the east here. You're going to start getting some really cold air across the Dakotas. As we're going to start seeing some really good temperatures, or really cold temperatures as well, getting into the lower teens. But I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys later.